Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're going to open up. I've closed the folder because I assume at some point you're going to close Visual Studio Code. So I've closed the folder on our website, and I'm just going to reopen it just so you have a reminder as how to do that. So I'm going to come over here, click the Open Folder button, and then I have my folder on my desktop, and then here I've called it First Website. So highlight that, and then click Open. If you're on a Windows, your Finder is going to look a little different, but the steps are exactly the same. All right, so we are back to where we were. This is our HTML. Last time we talked about how to use the development tools to look at our HTML and to look at our JavaScript. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about comments. So comments are pieces of code that the computer does not read. It completely ignores those lines of code. It's very helpful for a developer who's learning how to document their code so that the next developer who comes along knows what's happening. So if you want to put in a comment for HTML, the way you put a comment is you do the open caret sign, then an exclamation mark, and two dashes. If you're in Visual Studio Code, it will automatically fill in the following part, but if you're ever not in Visual Studio Code and your environment doesn't fill it in, you'll just close it with two dashes and then the other caret sign. Now, anything I type here will not show up on the page. So I could say my first comment, but I'm going to use this comment for what I would typically use this comment for. So this comment, I usually put at the top of every coding file so that people know who changed the file last and why they changed the file. So I'm going to say my name is Toa, and I'm going to give a description of what this does. So I'm going to say this HTML file is the hello world page. So now if someone were to come along and try and maintain this page later, they'll open up my code and they'll see a description and it says this page is for the hello world page, which means if they're having an error on the hello world page, they know this is the code they need to look at. If they're having an error with the welcome to the website page, then they know it's not on this page. So if you give a description of what your project does, it helps someone who comes along later. And that someone could be you. Sometimes you'll go back and maintain your own code. You'll wonder what you've done, and the comment helps you know that. So I'm going to add another comment in the body. Right here under Hello World, I'm going to add another comment. The other way you can put a comment is you can hit Command, or if you're on Windows, Control, and then slash. And it's the forward slash that is right next to the right shift key. So if I hit Command slash, it puts in the comment for me, and I can type, this is my first comment, and it will not show up on the web page. So if we save this, as a reminder, that's Command S or Control S, or you can come up to the top and hit File and then Save, and that'll save your file. If you have your live server running from last time, then you can just flip back over to the browser and see what your web page looks like. If you don't have it running, you can come down here to the bottom right-hand corner and click this Go Live. As soon as you click Go Live, it'll bring you to your website where I still have my developer tools open, and you can see that it says Hello World. You can also see that it does not include our comments on the page. If we want to see those, we'll have to click over onto the Elements tab of the developer tool, and then we can see our comment at the top with our name and a description. And then if we open up the body tag, we can see our other comment, as well as a comment that was injected by our live server. So these comments are all in here, and the developer can see them, and someone using the developer tools can see them, but the average user will not be able to see them. So that is how you make an HTML comment. And I'm going to stop the video there. And in the next video, we'll talk about running your first JavaScript and then JavaScript comments.